Something strange happened on GitHub this week. Go look at what the whole developer world is starring right now, and almost none of it is an app. There's nothing to download, nothing to open. Instead, the 10 hottest repos this week are things you install into a tool you probably already have, your coding agent. Claude Code, Codex, Cursor. They quietly turned into an app store, and this is the week it became obvious. So I pulled the live weekly trending list, verified every star count against GitHub's own API, threw out the two I already covered, and kept the 10 that can actually change your week. A pentester you install in one command, a free pipe to almost every AI model on Earth, a skill that cuts your token bill by 2/3 for each one. What it is, the honest catch, and the exact command to run it, counting up to the one that gained almost 11,000 stars in 7 days. Let's install the week. Number 1, and the biggest jump on the whole list, uses strix/strix. 10,700 new stars in a single week. Strix is an open source AI penetration tester. You point it at your own app, and it behaves like an actual hacker would. It runs your code, fills in forms, chains requests, and hunts for real, exploitable vulnerabilities. Then hands you a report with proof and a fix. This isn't a linter guessing from source, it's an agent attacking a running target. For any developer who's ever shipped something and quietly wondered what a hacker would find, this is your pre flight check. 38,000 stars and nearly 4,000 forks, so people are really running it. You install it with a single command and point it at your target. The honest note, only ever run this against apps you own or have permission to test. Used right, it's like hiring a security team for free. Number 2 gained nearly 10,000 stars this week, and it's one I love because we already made a whole video on it. It's Agency Agents, a free repo that drops an entire AI agency onto your machine. 232 specialist agents, from a back-end architect to a growth hacker. Each one a real expert persona your coding agent can call on. It's now sitting at over 128,000 stars. Here's my honest take, and it's the same one from our deep dive. You do not want 232 agents. You want about 7. So instead of repeating myself, I made a dedicated video that installs it and hands you the exact starter squad of 7 agents actually worth using. It's linked right up here and in the description. Watch that one next. For this list, just know it's real, it's free, and it's the clearest proof yet that the agent is the new app. Number 3 is the one that made me laugh out loud and then actually kept. It's called Caveman, and its whole pitch is why use many token when few token do trick. It's a skill for Claude Code, Codex, and about 30 other agents. And all it does is force the AI to drop the polite filler and answer in tight caveman style shorthand while keeping your code, commands, and errors perfectly exact. The result? It claims to cut roughly 65% of your output tokens on every single reply forever. 86,000 stars in 3 months. Now, the honest part, because that fork count is low for the star count. This is half meme, half genuinely useful. It won't cut your bill by 2/3 on every task. And you don't want it when you need the model to explain something carefully. But for long repetitive agent runs, fewer tokens, lower cost, real savings. One command installs it into every agent on your machine. Try it on a big job and watch your usage drop. Number 4 is the one your privacy conscious friends have been waiting for. Meetily is an AI meeting assistant that runs 100% on your own machine. No cloud, nothing uploaded, ever. It listens to your calls, transcribes them live with speaker labels, and then summarizes the whole meeting locally using your own models through Ollama. So you get the magic of those AI note takers without handing a startup a recording of every sensitive conversation you have. It's built in Rust, it's fast, and it runs on both Mac and Windows. 20,000 stars, and it's the number one self hosted meeting note taker on GitHub for a reason. You clone the repo and run the installer. The honest note, local means you do the setup and bring your own model. So it's a little more work than clicking sign in on a cloud tool. But for anyone in law, health, or just allergic to surveillance, that trade is a no brainer. Number 5 is the wild card. And it's not even code, it's exercises, dataset, a clean, structured library of 433 fitness exercises. Every single one comes with the target muscle, the equipment, step by step instructions, a thumbnail, and an animation. Why is a spreadsheet of push ups trending on GitHub right next to AI pentesters? Because it's the missing ingredient for building an app. If you've ever wanted to build a workout tracker, a personal trainer chatbot, or a fitness startup, the hardest part was always the content. And here it is, free, MIT licensed, ready to drop into your project. 10,000 stars from developers who understand that good data is worth more than good code. There's no install, you just grab the files. Let this be your reminder that the most valuable thing on GitHub is sometimes just a really well made list. Quick one, because right about here is where the algorithm decides whether you ever see next week's list. So think of this as one more repo. Call it Hyper Automation Labs/subscribe. What it installs? A fresh trending breakdown, just like this one, every single week, before almost anyone else. The star count, it ticks up by 1 the moment you tap subscribed. And that one is yours. The cost is 0. The install takes 1 second. And it's the only repo on this whole list that also works on Instagram and Facebook. Same handle, all 3. Go do that now. And then let's get straight back to the countdown. Because number 6 wants to make you money. Number 6 turns your coding agent into a value investor. It's called ai-berkshire, a research framework that bakes in the actual methodologies of 4 legendary investors: Buffett, Munger, Duan Yongping, and Li Lu. And then runs a team of agents to analyze a company the way they would. You give it a ticker. It pulls the fundamentals, argues both sides, stress tests the bull case, and hands you a disciplined write up instead of a hot take. 11,000 stars in 3 months. It runs on Claude Code or Codex. You clone the repo and go. The honest note, and this one matters, it's a research assistant, not a crystal ball. It will not pick winners for you, and you should never trade on its word alone. But as a way to force yourself through a real, rigorous investment checklist before you risk a single dollar, that's genuinely valuable. Number 7 might save you the most money of anything on this list. OmniRoute is a free AI gateway. One single endpoint that connects to over 230 providers, more than 50 of them free. You point Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, or Klein at OmniRoute instead of directly at a model, and it gives you access to free Claude, GPT, and Gemini. It automatically falls back to another provider when one runs dry. And it even compresses your prompts to stretch every token further. For anyone learning, building side projects, or just tired of watching the meter, this is close to free AI infrastructure. 13,000 stars. You can run it in Docker or through its command line. Honest catch. Juggling free tiers, lives in a gray zone with some providers' terms. So use it to learn and prototype, not to run a funded company's production, but as a way to build without a credit card. Unbeatable. Number 8 is the one to send to anyone job hunting right now. AI Job Search is a framework built on Claude Code that runs your entire job search for you. You fork it, fill in your profile once, and then the agent evaluates real listings against your actual background, tailors your CV for each specific role, writes the cover letter, and even preps you for the interview. Now, look at the numbers. 10,000 stars, but 3,600 forks. That ratio is the tell. A third of the people who started it actually copied it down to use it, which almost never happens. That's real adoption, not hype. It runs on Claude Code. You fork it and fill in your details. The honest note, always read what it writes before you send it, because a tailored application still needs to sound like you. But as a way to apply to 50 jobs properly instead of 5 lazily, that's a genuine edge. Number 9 is a small repo with a very big signal, and it comes straight from OpenAI. It's Codex plugin CC, and it lets you run Codex OpenAI's own coding agent from inside Cloud Code. So you can be working away in Cloud Code, then hand a task or a code review straight over to Codex for a second opinion. So, 2 frontier agents, 1 workflow, checking each other's work. 26,000 stars. The install is beautifully simple. Inside Cloud Code, you add the marketplace with /plugin marketplace add, then install the plugin. And here's why it matters beyond the feature itself. This is OpenAI shipping a plugin for Anthropic's tool. The companies are competing hard, but their tools are quietly becoming one big, interoperable app store. That's the entire thesis of this list, published by the very people building it. And number 10 is pure gold. If you want to actually get better at AI, it's called System Prompts Leaks. And it's exactly what it sounds like. A growing archive of the real extracted system prompts behind the biggest AI products on earth. Claude, Claude Code, ChatGPT, Codex, Gemini, Grok, Cursor, Copilot, Perplexity. The actual hidden instructions that shape how each one behaves. 52,000 stars. Why does this belong on the list? Because these are the best prompt engineers alive, and their finished work is sitting right here for you to read. Study how Anthropic and OpenAI actually steer their models. The structure, the guardrails, the way they set tone, and your own prompts get dramatically better, almost overnight. There's nothing to install. You clone it and read. The honest note, these are community extracted, so treat them as very close, not gospel. But as a free masterclass in prompting, nothing beats it. So that's the week. 10 repos and 1 clear message. The app you've been waiting for is probably already something you can install into a tool you own today. Now, if any of this felt like a foreign language, marketplaces, agents, skills, that's the real gap, and it's fixable fast. I put everything I know into 4 beginner guides that take you from zero to genuinely dangerous. The Claude Code Guide, the Codex Guide, the Claude Cowork Sales Playbook, and the Certification Prep Kit. They're all linked in the description. I also built a free 1-page cheat sheet for this exact video. All 10 repos, every install command on a single page. Just comment the word App Store on this video and I'll send it straight to you, or grab it at the link below. And because I do this every single week, if you want next week's trending list the moment it drops, subscribe here on YouTube and follow the same handle on Instagram and Facebook. That's where the next 10 always land first. I'm Hyper Automation Labs. I'll see you in the next one.